telecom giant set to battle for mobile money market share. The state giant Telecom's Telebirr is set to compete with Kenya's well-established M-Pesa that is offered by the newly entrant to the Ethiopian telecommunication market, Safaricom. The nearly 2-year-old service offered by Telecom, Telebirr has gone through a major upgrade in recent weeks, turning the app used for the service into a super app which it hopes to create a fintech ecosystem that can capture the untapped financial market of the country. Safaricom, on the other hand, has placed high hopes in its successful M-Pesa service that has dominated the Kenyan market, resulting in annual transactions worth $21.8 billion. The share company first announced its readiness to enter Ethiopia's mobile money sector during the official launch of its services with the attendance of Kenyan President William Ruto. According to an article by the reporter, the wait for M-Pesa's entry into the market seems to be getting near to its end, as National Bank Governor Mamo Muratu was quoted as saying, "The application from Safaricom to start mobile money services in the country will soon be approved." It is expected for Safaricom to form M-Pesa as a sister company with a paid-up capital worth $50 million, while simultaneously paying the federal government $150 million for service authorization. This seems to have put no damper in the excitement of Safaricom's leadership, as Managing Director of its Ethiopian operation Anwar Susa stated in the annual shareholder meeting, the country is a big market opportunity, and entry to the untapped potential as a big news for its operational growth. Telecom's Telebirr will be waiting for the competition while offering services that include money transactions, loans and savings, and remittance. The nearly 2-year-old service has gotten the telecom provider a revenue of $1.5 million, with transactions worth more than $3 billion in current exchange rate for its lifetime service. Rwanda and Morocco embassy jointly celebrate Women's Day. An iftar conversation on migration and gender equality, focused on innovation in technology as tools for migration, was held in the compound of Rwanda Embassy Chancery, jointly organized with Moroccan Embassy in Addis Ababa. The event marks the second of its kind for the embassies, with last year's event focused on gender equality and climate change. This year's iftar conversation held discussions on migration with relation to women and how technology can be used to help mitigate the problems they face that include the gender gap. The event had participants from international organizations and diplomatic communities operating in Addis Ababa, as well as federal government representatives from the Ethiopian side. 2 panel discussions were held during the event that preceded the iftar ceremony. The 2 host ambassadors gave remarks about celebrating Women's Day and raised points on activities they are performing to empower women. Rwandan Ambassador to Ethiopia, Her Excellency Hoptemugde Gasatura, thanked the guests for their participation and had this to say about the opportunities of tech and its increase in use throughout Rwanda.
Rwanda has been supporting both men and women that are in urban setup and also in rural setup at the grassroots level, especially in mobile and internet use, because this has become basic tools in technology. And so far, we can be happy that over the last 10 years, the internet usage in Rwanda has increased by 23%, and mobile ownership has increased from 54.1% to 78.1%. In addition to this, my government has put a lot of efforts in promoting gender equality and women's participation in all the spheres, but also including in the digital economy. And the number of women in ICT has increased, but especially in the STEM areas of education.
Moroccan representative, Ambassador Extraordinary and Plenipotentiary to Ethiopia, Neza Aloui Mohammadi, also welcomed guests and shared her happiness with the continuation of the collaborative event. She emphasized during her remarks about migration and how technology access can help with women in vulnerable situations.
Technological tools have been potential to open up new avenues and opportunities for women, providing them with greater access to mobile education, employment, and entrepreneurship. With these opportunities, women migration can be reduced and allow for women to thrive in places of their choice, as they are one of the most vulnerable demographics to migration across the globe and are highly dependent on seeking better life conditions. The more droughts and water scarcity increase, women and girls are compelled to look for moving instead of taking care of their families or attending schools. With fewer rights and economic capacities, women are often at greatest risk when natural disasters strike, such as extreme droughts or floods, that lead to women's displacement from their homes to alleviate financial pressures caused by the loss of livelihood. To handle the issue of migration and forced displacement, the Kingdom of Morocco, due to its program and initiatives, has become one of the several countries in our continent that have made commendable effort in the fight against migration negative effects and women's empowerment.